Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam Wachuku for those of you that are new, and this video is going to teach you how to become one of the best servers slash waitresses in the world, like in cities such as New York City, Paris, and so on. If you're interested in learning how to become one of the best servers in the world, keep watching. I have my notebook, so that's why I'm going to be looking down, but I've gone out and just labeled 3 main things that you need to know in order to become one of the best servers in the world. So let's begin. Tip number 1, how to get a job. The first thing I wrote down is confidence. If you're going to a restaurant, you need to portray confidence. You may not know the job right away, but don't let that show in your face. Show up to the restaurant that you're interested in confident that this is your job, this is where you want to be, and you're going to make a positive influence at this restaurant. Number 2, lie about your experience. I'm sorry to put this out there, but nobody, absolutely nobody wants an inexperienced waiter. And so how are you going to gain experience if no one's going to hire you because you don't have experience? So I started out working as a waiter about 2 years ago, and I didn't know where to start. I would go to a few restaurants and present myself, and they'd ask like, how much experience do you have? And I'd always say none, and then I'd be dismissed right there and then. But then I was like, let me switch up the game a little. I showed up to another restaurant and I was like, they asked me, how much experience do you have? And I said, about 2 years or so, and like such and such countries. And they were like more interested in me like at that point. They were like, okay, we can work with you. So you need to lie about experience if you're going to end up in any restaurant in this world, because that is just the way the world is nowadays. Number 3, come dressed presentable and professional. So I have this attire for a reason. If you're going to show up to a restaurant, like a high-class restaurant or any restaurant in general, show up with a collared shirt, either white or black, and like jeans or like slacks, and put your hair back, show up presentable, because if you're not professional, presentable, oh my gosh, my mom, give me 1 second. Mom, shh. So if you're not dressed presentable the very first time they see you, they're not going to hire you. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Let's go on. Skim their menu beforehand and like learn a little bit about their cuisine. So if you're going to like a Turkish restaurant, know that it's a Turkish restaurant, skim the menu and try and learn as much foods as you can, because I guarantee you, whoever is interviewing you, talking to you at that very second, will ask, so tell me some of the Italian cuisines that you know about. And if you can't say anything, the likelihood of you getting hired is 10 to 0%. So do yourself a favor and just skim through the menu before you show up to the restaurant. And then last but not least, show your eagerness to learn and adapt to whatever the heck they're going to throw at you. Like if they're like, okay, so at this restaurant you need to know this and this, just be like, yes, and then if they look at you and say, are you sure you can keep up with our pace? You need to be eager and be like, yes, I know that I can keep up. I am able to learn. I am able to adapt. Give me a few days, give me a few hours, and I will be one of the best waiters that you have ever had in your life. Moving on. Tip number 2, once you are in. So once you get the call back from the restaurant, or from maybe you get the go like right there as soon as you show up, these are the steps that you need to carry out in order to become part of the crew. So like when they call you back, you're not officially into the restaurant like right there and then. They're going to give you like a trial period, a 1-week period. They may pay you, they may not pay you, but that's your period to learn and to show that you're able to become one of like their They're servers. Oh my goodness, Miriam. So let's go back to the list. So the first thing I have done for once you're in is learn the menu as much as you can. So once you're in, now you need to go back home, take the menu and write down every single detail that you can. Like, they're going to show a cuisine of like pasta, the sauce. Write those down. If you don't know like what type of pasta it is, for example, in Italian restaurants they have different types of like pasta. So they have stuff like penna, they have linguine, they have so many different kinds. It's been a while since I've worked in an Italian restaurant, so I can't give you like a rundown of the different types of pasta they have, but that's your own job. If you're going to work for an Italian restaurant, go ahead and research the type of foods that they have. Learn the menu, learn the sauces, learn as much as you can before you go in the next day to officially start your training. Number 2 that I wrote down, learn how to carry learn how to carry more than 2 plates, at least 3. If you're going to become a server, you need to learn how to carry 3 plates, and I'm gonna show you how to do that because nobody showed me, and I wish that they did, because I would have learned that quicker, and I would have gotten into restaurants that I wanted to be at quicker. And also you need to learn how to carry more than like at least 5 glasses, champagne glasses in one hand. I'm gonna show you that right now. Alrighty, so these are my plates. Let's see if we can do this. The first thing is you're going to hold the first 2 in the top of the plate. The plate goes in here like this. Let me just show you. So like this is the bottom, your 3 fingers down there, and the top. Your thumb is supporting the plate, your pinky is at the top. This is going to support the next plate. So the next plate goes up like this. Oh gosh, it's kind of hard, but it's going to rest on your palm, and your pinky is like supporting the tip. I don't want to, so it's like this. And then your other hand has the 3rd plate. So now I'm carrying 3 plates. Let me see if I can get up for you guys. Do you see that? There you go. The pinky is supporting the top plate. Your palm holds as like a rest for the 2nd plate. The 3 fingers at the bottom and the 3rd plate. You are ready to go and serve a table of at least 3. If 6, you can always come back. Next, the glasses. So, oh my goodness, I remember when I first started out at this restaurant. I'm not gonna say any restaurant's name because it's been a long story. I used a fake name and la la la, but anyway, the people that I worked with were evil. They made me carry all the cocktails to like tables. They didn't show me how to hold the trays, which I might do. If you guys really like this video, I'll come back and do that for you. And like, they didn't show me how to hold champagne glasses. So as a waiter, let me just go back a little. You need to learn how to use a cork, a wine bottle opener. And I apologize, there is no alcohol in Saudi Arabia. There are no champagne bottles, but if I was to explain, just visualize this. When you're holding the champagne in your hand, you want the tip, the pointy part to be on the tip of this finger. You place it right at the middle of the cork, and like you push it in just a little, just so that it can grip in and it's not gonna go anywhere. And then once it's there, then you want to start twisting. And as you twist, you need to guide your hand. Like, you need to push it, because if you don't, it might move to the side, the other side, and as you pull it out, the cork is gonna break. So it's all about you going slowly and like guiding it in, and eventually you'll get it. It takes time and practice, but it's not that hard. As long as you place it in the middle to start and push down and make sure it's in the center as it's going down, once you pull it up, I promise you that cork is gonna come out beautifully. So anyway, I mentioned that because as a waiter, you need to present champagne bottles or wine bottles to a table, and you have to open those wine bottles at the table. Don't get freaked out. It's not that hard, I promise you. I hated that part, but once I learned it, once someone was so kind enough to teach it to me, everything else was a breeze. So you're carrying the wine bottle to the table. You're also carrying glasses in your hands. You might have a party of 18 and you don't want to be carrying 2 glasses at one time. So I'm going to show you how to carry it. The first one, you want to put it on in between these 2 pinkies like that. The next on this side like that. Let me hold it so you can see. Like that. This one, so you want to put it between the second spacing from the pinky side. You're gonna put it underneath. Do you see how it's underneath? That way it's kind of like gripping and it's not gonna go anywhere. Trust me, don't be scared. It's not gonna go anywhere. Then the next one, you want to put it in between the free spacing, like closer to the one you just put on, and you're going to put it under again. I'll show you the top. Do you see that? This one I just placed, it's under. This baby is not going anywhere. You can go running. This is not going anywhere. It might cling, but it's not going anywhere. And then the last one, you want to place it, of course, in this free open space. Do you see this? I'm putting everything under because like the more you add, the more you want to like add safety to the glasses. So you put it under, boom. You are ready to go. And you've got your wine in its canteen. I forgot the name, oh my goodness, but you are ready to go to the table. Boom. And then to take it out, of course, you're just gonna start with the one you like last put, and yeah. So I have 5 in my hand. I have more space. I could probably put 2 more, 1 here, 1 there. Carry about 6, 7, no, 8 around there. So I hope that helps. Oh, I also have this with me, this baby. Perrier, is that how they say it? So basically, whenever I'm sidetracking from my notes, but I want to mention this because it's kind of important. So whenever you are serving a guest, the first thing that you want to do is, of course, sit them down, greet them, welcome them to the restaurant, and then you want to offer them water. Before you offer them any type of tap water, mention the 2 bottles that you guys are trying to sell at the restaurant. The whole point for your restaurant to succeed and for you to make money is that you sell these bottles. So tell them that you have like, hello, welcome. What would you like to start with? We have a sparkling water or flat water. Sparkling water would be something like this Perrier bottle, or the flat water is another bottle, but it's like regular water. It's not sparkling. And like, once you say that to them initially, the likelihood for you to sell that bottle is like 100%. But like, there's some people that won't want to, that would be smart enough not to buy the bottle and just ask for tap water, and that's okay. Life goes on. All right, so back to my book. I think that was all for tip number 2, and this is my last tip. Tip number 3, during training. So now this is you in the restaurant. You've gotten the call back. No, you presented yourself to your restaurant. You've gotten the call back. You've taken your time to become as professional as you can be on your own, and now you are at training. This is day 1 of training. All right, make sure you show up at least 15 minutes before your scheduled time. This is very important. If you are just hired, make sure that how does my coach put it? Early is on time and on time is late. So when you are early, that is, you show up 20 minutes before your shift starts, you are on time, okay? Don't think of yourself like, oh my goodness, I'm here early, no. Good for you, you showed up early, you're on time. Think of it as that. You always want to be early / on time. If you show up on time, that means like if you are scheduled at 3 and you show up at 3, you are late. You know why they say that? Well, think about this. If you're going to a restaurant and you have like nice clothes and stuff like that you need to change to, and like you have to put on your apron, you have to brush your hair, make sure that you look good and tidy, and you're on time for the meeting. Maybe you guys have a meeting before like the shift starts and you show up right on the dot, you're late. Like you don't have enough time to change into your clothes, be there for the meeting, and like be ready to start serving at 3. So keep that in mind. If you're scheduled a shift at 3, be there 15 minutes or 20 minutes early. Your boss or whoever the captain is at that time will love you, and they will definitely keep that in mind as they are going through the process of whether or not they want to hire you. All right, let's move on. Bring a notebook, pen, apron, and wine opener. A lot of restaurants do not provide any of this for you. So do yourself a favor, go on Amazon, look for like a notebook for waiters, look for an apron, a short one and a long one, look for a wine opener. All these stuff aren't expensive, okay? And trust me, you need them. So just invest one time and be ready to go. And yeah, you're gonna use this stuff, people, so just buy them now. You're gonna be a waiter, buy it. All right, let's move on. I said the next thing is you need to listen and write things down. So on your first day, you're going to be paired up with someone. Whoever the heck the person is, listen to the person. Do yourself a favor, start by saying, hello, my name is Lila, and then introduce yourself and ask for their names. Write their names down. If you're bad at remembering things, write things down. If they mention that this is this cuisine, this is how it comes with, what sauce, what food, and like you just write things down. Whatever is on the menu is definitely not complete. Like a dish may say like it's this pasta, it won't list the sauce sometimes, it won't list the protein, but like when you physically see it at the restaurant, like you'll notice like this and this is missing if you read the menu beforehand. So go ahead and write down what's missing, just so that when you do have to take orders, or like if a customer is asking you like what does this dish come with, what type of sauce does this thing have, you know. So do yourself a favor, learn the names. It's a lot at first, but trust me, it gets easy. Learn the names of dishes, learn the names of your colleagues, and listen. Okay, I'm stopping. All right, let's go on. This is the last point. Try and learn your coworkers' names. Oh, I already covered that. I guess that's it. There are yeah, no, I think I covered everything. Those are like the basics for you if you're trying to become one of the best servers in the world. If you just like stick to what I've told you and try your best to also learn from your colleagues. Like if someone is training you, trust me, they are experienced as heck. That's why they are training you. Try and learn from them and take tips from them, ask them questions, be involved, do not look clueless. Smile. Oh, smile. Every customer loves someone that shows up with a positive attitude and smiles. So always, no matter how bad your day is going, smile, because nobody cares about you in that restaurant, okay? Nobody cares if you're having a bad day. I'm sorry to say this is the truth. You're there to make the customer happy. So darling, turn that frown upside down and keep on smiling. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap things up here because I've covered everything and you are ready to go. The last point that I have here is remember that nobody there is your friend. Do your job correctly and try not to get involved in gossip. If this is your first time working in a restaurant, I promise you, if you follow those tips that I gave you, you will land one of the best jobs in New York City or Paris. I worked in New York City in high-class restaurants and I knew absolutely nothing when I started, but I was confident and I bounced around from restaurant to restaurant, and I moved up the ladder really quickly because I really wasn't taking crap from anybody, and I wanted to be at the best. I started out as a coffee girl, and then a coffee girl, and then a busser, and then a cocktail girl, and then so those things that I just mentioned, I was in those positions for about a month. And like every time I worked them, I'm like, this is not for me. Next, this is not for me. Next, this is not for me. Next. And then I ended up as a waiter in like a matter of like two months, around there, 2 months. And I worked in one restaurant where I got like the basics of a waiter, and then I moved on and I landed a job at a really fancy restaurant. And they loved me, and they would always ask me like how many years of experience did I have, and I was so proud to say that I had 5 years of experience, knowing that I only had 2. Anyway, back to the main thing. Learn what I just gave you, and trust me, you will land any job you want. Do not get involved in gossip. Every restaurant that you end up at, like, you may not be there for long, and those people that you're gossiping with or trying to be involved with, they are the ones that will go behind your back and try and tarnish your name. So just work on being the best person that you can be. Work on being the best server that you can be. Always smile and be confident, and trust me, darlings, you will be one of the best waiters in the world. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope to see you soon. Bye.